Now, we've all seen rubbish in our canals and waterways. Pretty disgusting, isn't it? But would you take the time to stop and pick it up? Well, one woman has. In fact, it's been her mission. She's got on her paddleboard on a mission across England to do her very own plastic patrol. Over 3 days, Lizzie Carr collected more than 1,000 plastic bottles.
In September, I revisited the 4 worst places: Stoke-on-Trent, Tamworth, Manchester and Nuneaton, and over 3 days collected more than 1,000 plastic bottles.
Well, we're about an hour and a half into our little expedition today, and we've come across probably about 100 bottles.
In one location?
In one location.
Oh, well, now Lizzie is about to embark on her next mission. She wants to become the first woman to cross the English Channel on a stand-up paddleboard to raise awareness of plastic pollution. And she joins us now live from Rye Harbour, where you're just an hour or so from setting off, I understand, Lizzie. Talk to me about your motivation behind this big challenge.
Yeah, I think we're about half an hour from departing now. So yeah, I think you've already highlighted the point. Plastic pollution, it's a huge problem. So this challenge here, as well as being a world first, there is a very important environmental mission behind it as well.
Lizzie, two questions for you. Firstly, how much of a challenge is it going to be crossing the channel? I guess it gets a bit choppy out there. And as you're going across, if you see plastic, do you collect it and put it on your paddleboard? How hard is that to do?
Yeah, so I think we've picked a really good day for it, I hope. Last night it was raining quite heavily, but it's a lot calmer today. So it should be a fairly safe crossing, but you never can be too sure. In terms of what we'll be doing, so every 4th mile we'll be collecting water samples for microplastics. So I've got a net essentially that I'll be taking along with me, dropping it in the water. They'll be analysed on return, and I'll also be looking for bigger pieces of plastic. Apparently there's quite a lot out in the ocean, especially in this busy shipping lane. Lots of cargo ships going past. So taking photos of those, geotagging them, and they'll filter into the existing map that I created last year of the problem inland as well.
Lizzie, you've got quite a remarkable story. You gave up your job 4 years ago. You worked in the corporate world after you were diagnosed with cancer, and you really wanted to focus your life on things you cared so passionately about. Why is plastic pollution so important to you?
It all started really with paddleboarding. So I basically took that up really just as a way of recovering from my illness. It was low impact, and actually it had really great physical and mental benefits. And it wasn't really until I started paddleboarding and came back to London that I could see just how bad this problem was in our waterways, in our canals and our rivers. And I suppose it was just quite a horrifying moment seeing all of these plastic pieces in our waterways and feeling quite helpless, I suppose. And I wanted to do something. The waterways and the ocean had been my place they were my place of restoration when I needed them, and I wanted, I suppose, to give something back.
How much training have you done for this particular challenge? Because I'm imagining your thighs are going to be burning by the end of it. It's a long way.
Yeah, it is. It's a full body workout, so I imagine I'll be quite exhausted. I've done a lot of time in the gym. I've tried to get as much time out on the water and pack those miles in, but I feel prepared. Those 400 miles last year, I feel, that was obviously a long way, very different conditions, but I feel ready for it. I've been waiting for a good weather window for the last couple of weeks, so this is it now.
Yeah, Lizzie, the weather's been pretty rubbish for the last few days. It looks like a glorious morning down there at Rye Harbour. Point us in the direction, point the camera in the direction of where you're going to head off from, just so we get an idea of what you're going to see as you set off on this challenge.
So...
Oh, that's a long way
just
already.
Out the harbour here, you
haven't even got to the channel yet.
Yeah. I know, but luckily we've got a very slight tailwind that will be pushing me forward today, which is great because that will make things slightly easier on me. This is the board I'll be using, an Explorer. It's actually inflatable, so we'll see how that goes. I'm sure it'll be fine. I've been practicing on this, and it's been one I've used this board really for the last year or so I feel really comfortable on it.
Well, Lizzie Carr, you are a Sky Ocean Rescue hero, and we wish you the best of luck in your challenge. How long do you think it's going to take?
About 9 hours, so we'll see how I get on.
OK, well, we'll follow your progress. We wish you the best of luck. Beautiful day for it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lizzie.
Good luck.
Have,
Yeah,
have you ever been on a paddleboard?
No, they're really popular, aren't they, now?
They are really difficult to stay on and keep your
Well, that's why
balance.
I'm thinking thighs are going to be hurting, aren't
Yeah.
they, because of all that.
So,
Yeah,
you
and
have to
the
stand
stomach
all the way, do
muscles
you?
as well.
You can't sort of
You,
sit.
you stand up and you paddle
Yeah.
like that, and it is really difficult, especially when the water's choppy, to keep your balance. And I run by the canal most weeks, and seeing all that pollution in there, I do see people on paddleboards, and I think that is your motivation not to fall in
fall
and
in,
keep your balance.
Yeah.
And
That'll
what
sort
about
out your core
jellyfish?
muscles.
That's also motivation.
In the canals?
Oh, is it not?
Or maybe in the English
in the
Channel, yeah.
there'll be jellyfish.
Yeah.
I've been more worried about those cross-channel ferries. But she seems to have
She
it all
might
under
see those.
control.
Yeah, good luck to Lizzie. We'll keep you updated on her progress.